me, boarding is amazing. I get a lot of free time where I can go gym, I can go to play table tennis in my boarding house, I can talk to my friends. You just feel like a big family.
For me, I like the independence despite still being at school. I think it kind of benefits me because I'm much closer to where my friends are.
I still remember when I first came here, I was like so nervous because last year it was literally my first time to come to Britain, and there were two people sitting on the sofa when I first entered this living room, and they were like watching SpongeBob, laughing at idiots, and they later on became my best friends.
I just find it really hard to think that I could live without a lot of people of my age surrounding me all the time, creating really interesting situations and memories that will stay in my head for a long time.
I definitely lean towards my sciences. I do not like English that much, but I do have to say that one of my favorite teachers is definitely Mr. Chapman and Mr. Henry of the English department, because those two have actually taught me how to do English essentially, and allowed me to get the grades that I am on right now.
For S level I take history, maths, physics and chemistry, so I kind of like all of them. But history I discovered is my favourite subject.
Well, my favourite teachers of course are my further maths teachers. They are Mr. Chadwick and Mr. Berg.
My favourite subject is history. I was struggling a bit. I didn't really know what my true targets were, and Mr. Pike set out some targets that I could do better in, which really helps. And also anytime you need help, they're there for you. Anytime you need help with schoolwork or anything else, they take time out of their day to help you. So it's good.
I tend to call my mum quite often, not every day, but at least 5 times a week. And sometimes if I have time during weekends, I could Skype her.
I got a group chat going with my parents, so it made them, invest in WhatsApp, because then, my dad's always travelling, so it's kind of difficult. And then my grandparents actually got Instagram, so they follow me on Instagram, can see what I get up to.
Skype and FaceTime in general, sometimes texting.
Normally I'll message her once a day, and I'll video call her during the weekend.
When I started boarding, I found that Mr. Ware and Mrs. Ware made me feel individual in a big group. So you're not one of 50, you're one of one, and every situation and event that happens is dealt with on that individual basis. And I think that's probably the main reason to why I enjoy it so much.
I feel like I can come to my house parents for about everything, because they're quite understanding. Any issues I have in school, I can come to them about.
They like to come out quite a lot, so we see a lot of them. We see them in tea all the time, so it's very, very nice. We get to talk to them quite often if we need any help or anything. We have house meetings twice a week to sort things out, keep the house in order, and there, if we have any concerns, we can raise them to the house parents at any second, really.
I've tried to get involved with most of the sports because they are quite fun. I'd say for me, netball is my ultimate favourite.
I'm quite keen on music and I like singing as well, so I joined the chapel choir and Cantari, which is the senior choir at the high school.
I play rugby for the A team, and I do debate club because I just like debating topics. It's a good way to learn.
Also chess club, we have very frequently engage in chess matches with other schools.
A friend of mine set up a charity and I collected football boots and footwear, and they got sent out to Africa through DHL. So we collected around 200 pairs from people around the school, and they got sent out last month, which was something I enjoyed doing.
We have many trips to cinemas, to to eating restaurants, cafes around Stamford or maybe in Peterborough sometimes. We have, I think it's twice in a year, we have a trip to paintballing.
It's the trips for me, they're really, really fun. And here at Park especially, we save up the budget and we splash out on really big trips. So Miss VA had an idea. This year we went to the spa before our exam started. She's like, you guys need a break. So we went to the spa, had a nice girly day.
So I usually go to football in the morning. It's organised, it's indoor football, so it's quite fun. Then after that, I might get some work done, especially in the exam season. I would get some work done. In the afternoon, I might go into town, might get some stuff, get ready for the long week ahead.
Alton Tower, for sure. It's just an amazing trip. Go on rides, exciting trip.
I probably enjoyed Borders Formal the most when we had the formal dinner with the sixth form. I think it was a great evening for everyone there. It symbolises what boarding's about.
Mrs Saunders, the Oxbridge tutor, I spent quite a lot of time with her discussing my degree choice and then the universities.
I'm planning to study biomedicine in UCL in London. I'm planning to finish that course in 3 years, then go into medicine as a postgrad.
I want to do biological studies, hopefully pursue a MD if possible, and essentially pursue a PhD.
I have started to think about universities. Most likely it's going to be a British university. However, I'm also looking at some American unis.
UCAS is, for me, it's just a completely new thing, and I have no idea how it works. The sixth form here have given me a lot of support on that, giving us talks, us PowerPoints, a lot of guidance.